both can be a little bit edgy on the doubles, Rod, so it should be very interesting, this.
It should be very interesting, Rod. I mean, Winstanley come over more or less the same time as this man Chisnall, but Chisnall has been on fire just lately. I mean, he really is a prolific on the treble 20. He's right up there with Gary Anderson and Adrian Lewis at their best. I watched the game a couple of weeks ago between Chisnall and Simon Whitlock, and at 2 legs all, Chisnall went 11, 10, 10, 12. Incredible darts, but as you say, he really can be a bit dodgy on those doubles, and he talks about it as well, Rod, and I don't like to hear that. You've got to beef yourself up, but it'd just be interesting because Winstanley is due a kickstart into getting his form going.
Well, we know just how good Dean Winstanley can be, as Dave Clark was saying, runner-up at the Lakeside in 2011, lost to Martin Adams in the BDO World Championship final. We've seen him go well at the Grand Slam last year too, won his group and then got knocked out by Mark Walsh. Could and maybe should have won that game. Beat Gary Anderson at the World Match Play. He certainly got it, Winstanley.
He certainly has, but this tournament, Rod, as we said, it's so edgy in this first round, as Winstanley could have been his first maximum. It really is so edgy. You can't get into any rhythm over this short distance. And this first set, you have got to get this first set under your belt. As we see Chisnall, a little bit of a snatch there, a little bit of a first round nerves.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that. And Chisnall has had the door opened for him by Winstanley. Another one there would be nice.
133.
That's great pressure from Chisnall. Winstanley had the chances from the 180, so now Winstanley, probably his third dart's going to hit the bullseye. Oh, well, that's unlucky, but he's not going to get a shot of the double, so Chisnall's going to come back. 2 clear darts
39.
to take this first leg, and that will settle Chisnall down. Got to take these doubles out, Rodders, that's what he's got to do.
So tops, no bother at all. Well, 13 missed darts for the match at double against Alan Tabben when he was last here, but no problem hitting the first double against Dean Winstanley. And the mess at the end of that last leg from Dean Winstanley is still in his head by the look of those 3 darts, because none of them were near the double, Rod.
Well, he had 6 darts from 183, I think it was, and never even got near a double, and you can't do that in this standard. And, of course, that double top, that clean double top from Chisnall, would you settle his nerves down? You think, right, me doubling's OK, let's get on and play my own game. And certainly now, Winstanley, he's got a battle on his hands.
80.
It is one of the worst feelings in professional darts when you cannot hit the starting double. And the double gets smaller
57.
and smaller and smaller as you keep missing, doesn't it?
You panic. The hand tightens up on the dart, your arm tightens up, and it just goes all over the place. I mean, the first 3 darts, even if you went in with double 1 with the 3rd dart, you walk away, you put the pressure on your opponent. You miss the 3 darts, the pressure's on you.
No switch.
99.
Well, we saw Dave Chisnall really burst into the public perception at the World Championship last year when he KO'd Phil Taylor in sensational style.
100.
Really did a number on Phil Taylor. It's one of the heaviest defeats Phil Taylor's ever had at the World Championship. He really got put away. And Chisnall since then has grown in stature and showing the style.
140.
There was plenty of room there to put the 3rd, but certainly he's put himself in a good position to go 2-0 up in this set, and Winstanley, a little bit of pressure coming in. It really is a tough one to follow.
41.
Chisnall, he's got 6 darts from here, so he hasn't even got a look at the bullseye. He's gone that route, though.
86.
Well, it would have been a little bit of showmanship, a little bit of stardust to go for the bull, but didn't need to. Well, he's got half a dozen darts at 40 here, Rod.
24.
Put the kettle on here, he's got so much time, Dave Chisnall.
But he'd like to hit it with the first one, which he's done, and it was dead centre. Just like the first leg, Chisnall hits the double top, absolutely plumb. And certainly now he is cooking. He's got the throw to clean this set up 3-0. That's a perfect dart if you're going to miss.
36.
Well, he likes double 18, Dave Chisnall. Often said it's his favourite double, but he's going in looking for double tops. But good to have that little insurance policy, couple of beds to the right. Winstanley will be relieved.
92.
We've seen some terrific fight backs over the years in this competition, though. Some ones beyond the bounds of credibility, really. Last year, Lewis went down to John Park from nowhere, and Richie Burnett came from a mile back against Gary Anderson. So you couldn't remotely write Winstanley off, but at the moment, Chisnall is positively purring up there.
100.
Yeah, what he's got to do, Winstanley, is just forget about the double end. He's got to forget about watching what Chisnall's doing. He's just got to try and play his own game and relax. If he loses this set, come out clean in the next set and think, right, we've started the game again. I'm not out of the game. I've still got a chance. And he's got to start hitting this treble 20. That's another treble one. That's a little bit worrying, Rod. He's hit a lot of ones and treble ones right in that corner.
Well, you would expect Chisnall to at least put another one in there. So you have to say that's a surprise. He's not quite found his range, but you made the point, Rod, right at the start. This round is so edgy. It's so short, the format. You can be blown away in a 10-minute spell, and you can be straight back on the plane home, can't you? It's that much of a problem.
And it don't matter who you are. You can be Phil Taylor, or, you know, Dave Chisnall, Winstanley. Names are nothing in this first round.
100.
You know, that's why the underdog feels better in this tournament in the first round than in any other tournament. But Winstanley now, he's going to get at least a dart at the bullseye. Oh, it's going to be double 7, and he would love to see this go in.
79. David Kwan, 90.
Well, this could be the end of set 1 in 3 straight legs if Chizzy gets busy on this 90. Double 15, then 2 darts in his hand. And only needed the one, so Dave Chisnall is absolutely buzzing here in Dublin. He's 100% on the checkout, he's averaging 90, and Dean Winstanley has hardly had a sniff. Dave Chisnall, is he on his way to the second round of the World Grand Prix? Join us to find out in a couple of minutes.